Hey everybody, welcome to Smush Art Hard Edge Edition. We are going to be doing some art projects today that are really simple for anybody that's new to art to just jump into and make something really nice and special. Hard Edge, well, what is that? We're going to get into that. But right now, let's take a look at the tools we have and some of the things that we are going to be using today. Well, obviously, what you see here are stretch canvases. We have two 12 by 16. We have toned one black and one white. We are a dyad in the force. So, with that being said, we're going to be smushing stretched canvas. But before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to lay down artist tape in different patterns. We're going to be using this kaleidoscope set of 30 colors of really nice Creative Inspirations acrylics. We'll be using different tools. No brushes today, palette knives. We have these color shifters, right?
Yep.
And these catalyst, I don't know, they're like cool spatula things that make interesting effects. We're just going to play around today. Again, the whole point of smush art is to not take yourself too seriously and see if you can create something that you're willing to hang on your wall.
Yeah.
And in this case, like everything else when you smush, you get two when you're done. So the idea is that you'll take yours home and I'll take mine home.
And most importantly, we have fun.
We do. So with that being said, let's get started. So how are we going to start this? We're going to start by taping our canvases individually?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay, so we've got 3 different width tapes here. This looks like it's about, I don't know, an inch maybe? 3/4 inch?
An inch.
An inch?
Yeah.
2 inch, and then this is going to be about half an inch.
Inch.
Yeah. And we're just going to do different patterns on our own. I cannot stress this enough. If you feel stressed, you're doing this wrong. The whole point is to just relax and have fun and enjoy the journey. So, now that we've laid down our tape, you can see that we both did very different patterns. I'm a little bit more structured with mine. My sister has more diagonal angles.
Mine's better.
I'm not going to say what's better or worse. It doesn't matter. You're ruining the point. The point is there is no right or wrong for this. Remember, we're trying to keep this stress-free. So before we actually lay any paint down, I want everybody to take a second, because it's very important to just, once again, go over all of your edges of your tape. And make sure that they got a nice seal, okay? Don't push down so hard that you puncture your canvas, but just make sure you have a nice, good seal. Okay. Now, the next step, I guess, is adding some color. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to add color to yours and then we'll smush them, or should we add color to both of them?
Let's do both.
Okay.
But maybe I'll add color on the top
and I'll do
you
the
do it
bottom.
on the bottom.
Okay, all right, that works for me. All right, so when you're applying your paint, be free with it, okay? But keep in mind that if you apply it too thick or close to the edge, it could squeeze off. So think of it sort of like that school glue, only it doesn't dry clearly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because we're using a kaleidoscope set, we should have a few metallic colors in here. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, great. I would like a metallic, please.
This one is the silver.
Yes, silver is what I was thinking.
And I'm not going to use the metallic. I just really like blue.
Now, if you're at home and you're doing this with your brother or sister or significant other or a friend, you can kind of do what I'm doing, which is doing my best to just sort of see what she's up to and figure out what I'm going to do on my end.
Or you could do what I'm doing, which is just do your own thing and don't pay attention to them.
And that's really a healthier way to live your life, just in general. So if you're doing it by yourself or you just don't care, just have fun with it and let go. Like I said, I'm the one sitting here saying it shouldn't stress you out, but I overthink everything. It's my super weakness. So we have not altered or pulled our paint with any tools. We've just applied the color. Now comes, what's it called?
The smoosh.
The smoosh. Smoosh.
Smoosh.
Okay, so how should I do it? Should I smoosh? I'll go on top? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to line them up. And then 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So you're going to hold it, and then I'm going to smush it. I'm going to smush the art. I think I've blocked
Very
you.
gently smushing the art.
Walked you off camera there. Don't go too hard, just love it. Rub it. All right. Now, if I lift this, are they going to stick together? Yes, they are. So why don't you grab yours, pull it straight down. Okay. And now
Oh, this is really cool.
we have 2. Okay. So now what we're going to do is individually go in and just sort of play around with the paint and make our own patterns. So pick your poison, pick your tool, palette knives, color shifters. These paddles are all a lot of fun. Okay, so we've let this dry, but not completely. Some areas are still a little wet, so if we go back for another smush, it will still pick up, and that's kind of part of what we wanted. We wanted that. Now, another little thing you got to keep in mind, when you're applying paint thickly, like I did here, for example, let me just move this out of the way so we can pick it up on the camera, there's a chance that when I lift the tape up, it will peel some of this up too because it was applied so thick. And that's a chance I'm willing to take.
Because it's okay.
Because it's okay.
Happy accidents.
Happy accidents. That's how we. That's what's. Literally, it doesn't. You don't relinquish more control than smushing art. You're literally at the mercy of what it does. So, again, we're not going to take it too seriously. Where we did dry a little bit more specifically were certain parts where we felt that the color was already enough. Like we didn't want to continue mixing these areas or these areas. We thought that adding more color to that would likely muddy it. So we dried those a little bit better.
This looks really cool.
I like that. Yeah, it's sort of like groovy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so paper towels. Are we gonna lift the? So should we lift the tape off now, or should we?
Yeah, let's try lifting the tape.
All right, let's see what happens. It's kind of green.
I can't remember which piece. I think I did this one last.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And one of the things that you'll find if you are smushing along is that you have to remember the order you put the tape down. Otherwise, you might pull multiple things up at once. I think that this was my last one. So we've removed our tape. Actually, I'm pretty darn impressed with the edges we got. You can see where the paint did not leak through, and we were able to remove it fairly smoothly, which I am glad for. So with that being said, we're going to apply another layer of paint now, and then we're going to do one final smush and risk it all. This is for the whole pot. Okay, let's go for it.
All right. I'm wondering, what if we do partial smushes?
A push smush, where I just push this over this much.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're breaking all the smushing rules.
I know.
Okay, so what she's smush-gesting is that we don't do a flat overlap, because sometimes, like when we were doing our original smush arts, when we did like on the Jerry's Artarama Facebook page, we were smushing in like journals and stuff because it's very easy to evenly smush. But we don't have to be restrained by that right now. So
Right.
we can do something completely different. If I wanted to smush like sideways or
Right.
just a corner. Okay. All right. So what do you want to do?
So like I like something over here. Be like, let's smush that over here.
So what if I just turn this upside down?
Is that still wet? Well, you put some stuff on, and then
Because I'm going to pick up some of this stuff over here, and I like that.
cool.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I like it.
Let's start the smushing montage. Mm-hmm. All right, so as a reminder, I've turned this in the opposite direction, upside down from what it was originally. We're going to go for it and see what happens.
Are we gonna smush it straight on?
That's up to you. I think so. I think
Okay.
that going, yeah, I think
Okay.
it'll be fine. Like you don't have to do that. You can do this you can just do a corner. You
whatever
can
you want.
be done with it. But I think I just turned mine completely upside down. And we're just going to go with that and see what happens. Hope for the best. I touched something wet and I regret it. Ew. All right, why don't you do the hat down? Smush it. Smush the art. Oh, look, your hands are covered in paint too.
Occupational hazard.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. You're putting me on. All right, now for the smush reveal. And oh, we almost blew it. We have two. That's really cool how the circle's transferred. I like that.
Me too.
I really like that actually. That's pretty cool looking. And in fact, I think that they would look good hanging next to each other too.
So mom and dad's house?
Yep, mom and dad's house it is. Yeah, we'll tell them that we did this for them. Kill two birds with one stone.
Perfect.
Happy birthday! It's from your kids. So we've completed our first smush. This is going to be the hard edge version. In the future, we'll do other smush. Ah! So this completes our first smush, which we have titled the hard edge smush. We're going to be doing other smush art videos in the future using various different techniques, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to smushing the art because that is where the chaos ensues and the fun begins. So I hope you enjoy. We have a list of the supplies provided for you, and we will see you on our next smush art video.
Yeah.
Bye!